Hello to all my crafty friends, this is Val from Valia Craft Studio, and today I'd like to show you the Christmas journal I've just finished embellishing. I made it a little while ago, but I also just made some treasure boxes with Christmas stuff in them, and I decided to add some of this to this journal because, just to make use of it. I've made so much of it that I had to use it up. So this journal is of interest to some people who are looking at my covers and how I bind them. And this one is the same in that I still have made it with the envelope, as I've showed you in a previous tutorial. And normally I sew in 3 signatures, but in this one you can see I've just used a Christmas twine to actually bind them in. And there are 4 signatures and they're all held in there with this twine, and it works quite well. The only thing you do have to be aware of if you choose to do this instead of sewing them in with the 3 pamphlet stitch is to make sure you reinforce your spine, because you're putting quite a bit of pressure on that, on the top and the bottom. So let's have a quick flick through. As I said, I put a lot of my embellishments and pockets and so forth in this one, so I'll point them out as we go through. Now it's actually about 8 inches by 6 inches, which is 220 by 150 millimeters. There's the 4 signatures, as I said, and there's 82 double-sided pages. There's lots of ephemera and so forth in here. Now this is one of the little pockets that I've put into my treasure boxes, and it's got lots of pockets there. There's a big one at the back and that beautiful big tag there. There's a little "this book belongs to," and some pretty little tags here, and a little glazine envelopey thing tucked in there, and it's got a little card in that too, and another tag there. So pretty much filled with things. Could probably fit more in, but that's not too bad for the moment. Now you see I didn't copy stain the pages on this one because I just like the crisp white with the red and the green, so I've just left them undyed. And here's a couple of the tags I've just recently made, and just put some bells here on a bulb pin and embellish that a little. And that's just one from the collection. This is one of the kits of mine of Christmas, but it's a previous year's kit. I've got a new one coming out this year, Vintage Christmas, be out soon. But this one uses an old one, which is a mingling of vintage and newer stuff, so it's kind of not strictly vintage like the other one will be. And I just did these die cuts and put images on the front of them just to make them, well, I think they're pretty. That's the only problem with having the binding. The pages do come out and things do move out, so in some ways that's good, because if you don't like something you can just take it out. And I've just used a book page in the centre of each signature because I just like these. And someone sent me these in a Christmas happy mail, so they'll really come in handy in this journal. There's also, that's another one from the new collection, and this here in the back, one of the scrappies that's in the Christmas ephemera boxes, I've just used that and made it into an altered paper clip there, so that actually comes right off and can just be reattached. I'll do that later. I've also got some charms on the edge. This one's a little Christmas present charm. Look how cute that is. And here I've got one of the other things that is from my treasure boxes, and this is a little flip down, flip up, which is specifically to Christmas. It's got some note paper, little pocket down the bottom there with a couple of cards in it, and it just seals like that. And I stuck it down just on the bottom and one side, so it's got a tuck spot behind for another one of the cards, tags. This is kind of cute. It's just a little, it's not even an envelope. Look, it's really so simple to do, to make those, and it's just a little, you could leave it blank to write on, but I just put a little sticker in there that says "Just Believe" and a little heart, because I just think it's a little cutie. So I did that. Now this is another one of the pockets I've been making. There's a tutorial on this one as well in my video collection. And yeah, so I've just got a nice tag at the back with some embellishment up the top to sit over the top. I just like that, flopping down over the other bits and pieces. So it just goes like that, and you can see the ribbon up the top. And there's a few tags and bits and pieces in this one as well. It's a little envelope here that's just got a little "Have a Perfect Christmas" from a little puppy dog. And one of the other things that I enjoyed making for this collection was just these lovely bells. And it's just a cutout. And yes, as I said, I've got that at the back. So as I say, this is kind of a mixture of vintage and newer stock type of images. So it's a bit of a blend. Bit of cardstock in here and another one of those embellished die cuts. This is part of a new collection that I'm doing, and I've just put some of those in as well. And that's just Christmas cookies, and I thought that actually worked well here with Little Gingerbread Man on the opposite corner. And here we are to the next signature middle, which is another one of those magazine pages. Here I've used one of the little altered paper clips with beads that are from the Christmas box collections. And yeah, so they're kind of cute. There's a couple of those in here. And that's the other side of the Gingerbread Man one. It's just fruitcake ones. And I've just made a tuck here on both sides with a little doily and something that's, I think it might be from, I don't know, I can't remember now. I did know. Yes, that's a problem, isn't it? Just a bit more cardstock. Now here's another one of the new pockets I've been making. You can see that down the bottom I've actually affixed this scrappy chort just to make it, you know, look nice down the bottom. It's just made from a magazine page, and I'll do a tutorial on that one soon. I'm sure other people have done them as well, but I just love doing them. And here I've just made a double tag arrangement that goes in the back, and this is loaded with a heap of other bits and pieces. Yeah, a couple of tags there, and more there. A little candy cane and a little mason jar with a little Christmas girl in it. Bit of Christmas music. Here's the other of those altered paper clips with the beads in the red, white and grey. This is just a piece of cardstock for extra journaling on it, but I've actually done a bit of embossing across the top. Another side tuck there with the doily and the circle. Put there. These are just stickers, but they're just so pretty. And they're not, some stickers are shiny, and I don't always like those, but I think these just look nice. They're just very matte, so they go well. Lots of writing space in here. Another one of those little, just open them up. Joy to the world, that one says. That's a cute idea, don't you think? I like that. This is just part of my Christmas collage, which was something else I worked on, where I've just used a lot of vintage images and put them into a collage. They're in my new vintage Christmas kit as well. Just because they were the vintage Christmas elements from this particular journal. So the new kit is going to incorporate those, but have a lot more vintage things. And this is something else from the collection. Now you could put this on here with a paper clip, or you have got this to put around it, so I've given both. But it's just, it could be an envelope if you wanted to seal the sides, but it's also extra journaling space. It's just a little faux kind of envelope. And I've just made that out of a book out of Christmas cookery. So yeah, it's a nice image. I've got a heap more book pages to do that with for my next projects. You'll be seeing more of those from me, no doubt. And as I said, this could just be paper clipped in there, or it can have that, sorry, that didn't quite work, or it can have the elastic around it and just sit in a pocket or something. Just a little Christmas tree there on the paper clip at the edge. A book page and the other side of the music. Like I said, lots of writing space, but lots of pretties as well. Lots of pockets. Here I've used one of I call them the hangovers. It's the only kind of hangover I want to have on Christmas, don't you agree? So on this on this side you've got a nice little decoration down the bottom, an image here, and on the other side it's just one of those little vintage girls with some trim across the bottom. And they just hang over the page like that. They don't really need anything to hold them in place, but I love the little mini pegs, so I put the little mini pegs on there just to just to decorate it a little bit more. And there's another middle of the next signature, which again has got one of my Christmas collage pages in there. And here's another one of the new ephemera pocket things I've been making. And this one is just like the library pocket type thing, with room for a tag in there, a tag tucked behind because I've only sealed it on the bottom, stuck it down on the bottom and that one side. And then there's another little pocket at the front with just a few little cards and bits and pieces in that as well. And then at the back there's a little side tuck with a big card there and another little card at the front. And there you go. It's tied together, as you can see, with gold ribbon. Got a nice vintage Christmas image on the front. And when I finish tying this, I'll show you that there's quite a few dangly things coming off the side with the charms and so forth. And I like that the tags all kind of, with their ties and so forth, all kind of stick out the top. I just like that look. And, I hope you like this journal. And thank you so much for looking. Bye now.